has had an outstanding camp. He works his tail off every day. He's made a lot of plays this past week, and the writers who are following practice have asked and kind of smiled when they've mentioned Victor Cruz, and he was truly outstanding tonight. And I thought we got better as the game went along. Our ones didn't play all that well, and we had a little trouble getting the ball back in the first half. We just hung in there. You know, we were +3 in turnovers, and that was a big factor in the game. Didn't like the penalties down the stretch there. It looked as if we were trying to sabotage ourselves right at the end, but we overcame it. And Rhett Bomar made the nice scramble run against 22-man coverage, and it was a heck of a quarterback draw. So it's nice to win. It always is. There's an awful lot of work to be done. We need some more continuity. I was pleased that Chandler was able to hang in there. Pasco was able to hang in there. Chandler played the game, didn't practice, you know, so I don't know that how well he played, but he did do a nice service to the franchise by coming in and going. We didn't think we had only one tight end like 2 days ago, so that was a good thing. But as I said, you know, we got a punt blocked. We did have some misfortune on those lines, but we overcame it. We didn't cover a guy and gave him an easy score. We had some miscommunication in terms of their personnel on the field, things we can learn from. We'll do a very, very good job with this tape, and hopefully we'll make some improvement here in the next 2 practice days.
Coach, what happened on the play with Eli where he got caught?
There was a run called, and Eli just went for the fade ball with the wide receiver without really making any type of an alert or changing the play. So he was just going to go ahead and communicate with the receiver and throw the ball. And the only problem was the play that had been called was really a middle burst by Brandon Jacobs, and Brandon thought he was getting the ball.
How frightening was it to see that, and how the Eli was after?
He seemed to. He's been sent home, so but he, you know, just like he always does, he handled it well. I'm a little surprised how quickly the helmet came flying off. He's got the 4 posts on his helmet, and the thing still came flying off. So I'm sure he'll have. The first thing will be to make sure there's no swelling. You know, if there's no swelling, then I think we'll be able to go ahead and get the helmet on and practice.
You didn't sound very surprised about Cruz talking about how he's practiced up to this point. Was there a certain point that you saw that this guy has the ability to?
Last week, you know, he's an everyday guy now. He does everything. He's on special teams. He's on scout teams. But he emerged during the week as making some spectacular catches. And one day, matter of fact, I said to the media people that we should celebrate the guy. Why not? And why not write about him? You know, he had a great day of practice, write about him. And I'm sure the guys did. But he had a good game, and I'm glad for him that he did.
Tom, on the Eli play,
Local guy.
On the Eli play, looked like you had Bender lined up at tight end on that side, and that's where the safety came off. I mean, you might have to watch the tape before that, but were there any problems with that there?
No, there was no problem with that. It was it was the miscommunication between the run that was called was being blocked and run, and that was the issue.
What happened defensively on the Jets' first touchdown, Brad Smith throw?
The non-contested, which I just got done saying that. We had a miscommunication on the personnel on the field. They had a corner with their goal line people. We had our goal line people out there. We didn't get the corner on the field, and the safety came running off. So we were, at one point we thought there were 12, then there were 10, and it was a botched play. It'll be a good experience for us.
So in other words, you wanted a corner out
there.
there.
Yeah, corner over receiver plus the other 10 on the goal line. But we didn't get that done, and the safety thought somebody was coming, the corner was on his way, blah, 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 nobody was out there.
Tom, I'm sure you're going to listen to what the doctors have to say, but when do you think Eli might be able to get back? And secondly, how much are you going to be worried about any lingering thing with the concussion or head injury like that?
Well, I don't think there was a concussion. That's not the information I got. You know, it was a cut, a good-sized cut and blood and that type of thing, but I'm not going to be able to say it as you say. All I know is what this small amount of information that I have. So if there's more information, it'll be forthcoming.
Tom, when you see that blood, I mean, for a secondary, I mean, do you just, does your heart skip at all, just kind of just seeing it and all?
You know, because first of all, to be honest with you, the nature of the play itself was, you know, it should never happen, put it that way, but it did. And I didn't realize how much, the extent of the cut. You know, I saw the hat come flying off, and then I saw the amount of, you know, gauze being applied, and his pants and his shirt were all blood, so evidently it squirted, you know, so. He's a tough guy, though, you know.
Coach, after you guys went 3 and out, Jets get the ball, is that sort of what you envision with these veteran playmakers like Grant and Roll, to just quickly turn them back over and have that ball skill and create momentum?
Yeah, that's certainly why they're here. You know, that's to bolster our secondary and to combine with the players we have here. It was a nice way for us to start the game, was with an interception run back to the 1 yard line.
Tom, you got anything on Blackburn yet?
Not yet.
Other than sprain, I mean, severe or?
No degree of anything.
Did you see anything positive in BD at left tackle?
Well, I'm sure there's some positives. I mean, the second half, there was some, obviously some production out there. And we did, I don't know how much we ran it. We didn't run it very effectively, but we did gain some yards in the second half. Andre Brown had a couple of nice runs. Danny Ware had a nice run. So,
Tom, your rookie punter?
yeah, he had a rough night, but you know, you got to go through it. You know, maybe this is what the doctor ordered. You know, if you're going to grow up, you got to do it under fire, and this is the only way to make sure that he gets some composure and understands the role that he plays. Now he probably ended up with some decent yardage because he kicked that spinner and that roll and that type of thing, but certainly it wasn't quite the way we envisioned it. Did threw well once he got going. You know, he was a little slow to get started, which is relatively, to be honest with you, expected, because the number of snaps that were cut off of practice this week because of our situation with the tight ends, and then we had to go ahead and serve our defense as well. You know, it wasn't an awful lot.
How about Ramses Barden? How could you assess his play tonight?
I'd have to look at the tape. I didn't see anything spectacular that jumped out at me.
It's good to see Bradshaw make some cuts that maybe last year he wasn't been healthy enough tonight.
He made a classic Bradshaw move to run through an arm tackle. While everybody's leaving, I might as well.
Victor Cruz.